That's right, back by popular demand from literally everyone because you've been like throwing cheese at me. For
I've
some reason.
helped.
Wait, do you mean throwing the cheese or just
Yes.
why?
Because when the hell else do I get to throw cheese?
At me, it doesn't have to be at me specific. You know that, right?
Cheddar. Cheddar upon you.
Cheddar upon me. Well, the
Cheddar
bad
upon
bad
you.
news for all of you because I like cheese. I wish I had a year's supply of cheese. Maybe I'll put that on my throne. I have like a month's
Does cheese
supply.
last a year?
Cheese is technically mold, so if I feel like if you refrigerate it right, you probably could get. Anyway,
That's fair.
I have like a month's supply of muscle milk on my throne.
I see.
Anyway, yeah, that's why I've been drinking to supplement other stuff because I can't buy as much stuff right now. Low on funds. Anyway, we're going to end this. I know we skipped over this before, but that was because, well, we really wanted to get to 5. We'll eventually do the other ones. Hell, if you guys want enough, we might even look into when they're playing, what was it? Mages something something something. I know it's got a verb add to it. Same with every single series, like Mummy, The Curse. Anyway, we're going to end to this.
Return the slab.
That's King Ramses.
Ramses a mummy.
Oh my god. Fun fact, I used to have a friend who was deathly afraid of him. So sometimes just for fun, we'd show him a gif of it.
You ass.
Yeah, and just suddenly in conversation, I would suddenly say, you know what we need to do? We need to return the slab and then scare the crap.
Like, yeah, no, Courage the Cowardly Dog
Yes.
definitely traumatized the fuck out of some people.
Oh, definitely. It helped me as a kid when I learned more about. There's one specific episode that I'd love to make a video about that helped me as a child so much, like you wouldn't believe. I would not be standing
Let me take
before
a
you.
guess. The one with Kitty.
No, not even close.
Cat?
Do you want to take another shot?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, fuck, I don't actually remember many of the other ones.
There's no such thing as perfect.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I lived in a very competitive family, or I guess I still technically do, where everything I did was compared to my siblings. So, as the only boy, I had to be perfect until I saw that episode and I allowed myself to relax a bit.
No.
Yeah.
You wanna know what traumatized me as a kid? Fucking Scooby-Doo Flash game called Escape from the Coulsonian.
Huh. That's a bit strange.
It had a god awful jump scare if you fucked up a puzzle.
Well, what traumatized me as a kid was actually Blade 2, so. Yeah, the movie. Anyway, we're going to end to this. Thanks to our Patreon members. Oh, that reminds me, if you guys want to see some of our crazier stuff, well, there's a $1 Patreon link down below. You can go look at it. You can see stuff for $1, and if we get enough $1 patrons, I can start using that money to create other stuff. And live, goddamn me. Anyway. Live, goddamn me. I just start punching you. Anyway. All of these, though, this art is so wonderful. I wish I could get one of me in it. Previously on Hunter the Parenting.
Immortality is pretty tempting.
The problem with immortality vampirism is it has a lot of caveats. So many.
What am I supposed to know? He could have told us what not to do during the interrogation. He is still not giving us the full scoop on what diablerie even is.
Redaction of information when it comes to hunting the supernatural is needed.
If he can't trust me, then I can't trust him.
Instead of putting your trust in him, put your faith in us.
I do like that idea.
Even if he is sat down.
If you can't believe in
your
your...
say
I also need to do it.
Really listen.
What worries me far more is the fact that this
Believe in the
secrecy of
bean,
yours
believes
is
in
creating
bagels,
rifts
McWolf.
between you two.
Just wait. I'll let a while longer.
What are those dogs on
I
screen?
will not tell Marcus anything until TF2 releases.
Until TF2 releases, that makes me laugh.
So the dogs were things they were tracking that they thought were ghouls.
Weird. Anyway, what I was about to say was,
And in fairness, they were eating the vitae in the cellar.
oh, that's worrying.
But mostly they just
Hey.
appear to be dog.
Oh. I did learn some stuff about the Dotson while I was away. I watched a video about the history of the Dotson. Do you know that they were used actually in wartime in World War One? They are courageous little pups. Like, they originally made to hunt badgers, but during wartime... what?
Badger.
But during wartime, they were used to sniff out bombs. Those poor little wiener dogs. But they have come through, and one of the most popular dog breeds now in America, huh?
Yes, because they are perfect for just picking up and hugging.
And for putting in hot dog costumes.
That too, but mostly hugging. And please don't put your dog in costumes. It seems uncomfortable for them.
We used to have a Dotson. I loved her to death, but whenever we put her in like a sweater, she'd take it off somehow.
Yes.
She's a lovely dog. Though the hot dog costumes they're literally just a bun and like that little drizzle of ketchup on the top. Like it's just on the sides of them, so it's really just fine. Usually because it's not very like heavy on them.
A secret that the Regent would not.
But yeah, if you want a good, nice dog that has a fury, it has fury that will protect your family with its life, get a Dotson.
Disciplines, vampire magic. And
Vampire magic.
mention this now?
It wasn't relevant till now. Yes, it was. Baby is quiet. That's why I should start saying to you and Mirai.
No.
Because you both act like that sometimes. You're both babies. And you act like babies.
And you don't?
No. I am a very mature wolf.
Chat. This man is a liar.
Baby is quiet.
No, you.
The powers of disciplines, making mortals burst. Alright then. I will say, he was a very manly man.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Sir, we have underestimated our quarry.
Yes, you have.
Underestimated does not begin to describe it. This
They're
failure
right.
beats out that diablerie incident by the margin of a lifetime.
Marcus.
This is the biggest blunder of your career.
Calm
That
down.
I know of, at least.
Be silent. I am trying to solve a murder.
Not so loud.
I declare Hunter Huddle.
How dare
Hunt
you?
Huddle?
Hunter Huddle.
He declares Hunter Huddle.
You know the rules.
And so do I.
Hunter Huddle
Get in here.
initiated. You want to strategize, huh? A reconnaissance? Ice pack? It is too late for ice packs, Marcus. A man is dead.
Dad, stop obliviating and answer me. What did this?
That is a good question.
How did this even happen? Fatigue looks like he exploded.
It really
That's not
does.
the cool playbook. What the
Yeah.
hell is going on?
Well, you see, Matilda did a fucky wucky.
No.
Yeah.
Do
I do. Here's the problem. Marcus always thinks his dad knows everything and just isn't sharing. He doesn't trust him in that way, which makes it, when he actually doesn't know something, he immediately goes, oh, you're just lying to me.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
You always do.
That's-
and
see,
you
like I said.
always hide it.
Stop
See,
it,
exactly like I
Marcus.
said.
Now's not the time. We are talking about this now because murder.
Might I interject?
Oh, Doctor.
Dr. Waters.
Where'd you come from?
Bewary, Doctor.
Hello, Dr. Waters.
Suddenly operate upon a sacred hunter huddle.
Hunter
Lack of
Huddle.
decorum, but your loud, boisterous voice is relatively hard to ignore.
It's not
All that
wrong.
Screaming at a crime
True.
scene makes me want to scalp you.
Oh,
My scalpels.
With my
My
scouts.
nose
Yes, my
Oh, what?
mask is quite powerful. The Hunter Huddle may need improvement.
I will say, whoever voices D does an amazing job of it either way.
Yes.
Then again, so is him.
He's a man with a voice so sexy I'd bend over in a heartbeat.
These are things I didn't need to know.
That's
So, how much did you hear?
Enough to guess the obvious, that we
yeah.
may not be dealing with a ghoul at all.
Really now?
Do not put your words in my mouth!
Oh, the
Oh.
words are all yours.
Oh.
After all, I'm citing them from your scholarship.
What?
Preposterous! You read my work?
Wait, he
With all
wrote
its side
something?
tangents about dog cancer and orangutans.
Wait, what?
What a twist! Surprised you had time to read between your benders.
You live in a glass house, Dee.
He's not wrong.
Shouldn't you be thanking me for keeping your work alive?
Damn it, you're basically Occam's second. If you're both willing to use our work, how the hell did Remold manage to censor it?
Nepotism, seniority.
Ah.
He's from London and we're a backwater. But there's a time and
I
place
see.
for that conversation.
That makes sense.
Ankle deep in my colleague's guts isn't it?
They're not wrong.
That subject, I'm sorry we couldn't say fatted you.
I believe everyone is.
As am I. This is an unfathomable loss. Lord Montague was among the
man.
greatest hunters I've ever met. But know that I will respect his legacy by doing my job. And I wish for you to say your piece now, or tend to his great vessel, and leave us to our work.
My piece.
Oh.
It's simple.
What?
Our isn't a culprit ghoul.
What?
I mean, our culprit isn't a ghoul.
Oh my
Probably.
God.
This is textbook. Blank body work.
A vampire?
So what does blank body mean?
Is that possible?
Just the term for vampire? Is there more behind it?
I think it's just a term for one of the types of vampires they usually fight, if I'm correct. For blank, I think it's just a no. Actually, it might be a censor word, so people don't know. Vampires don't know that they're talking about vampires. Because if you say blank body, what is a vampire gonna think?
Are you calling me a slur?
Because I don't. It is interesting because using a different word than actually using the vampire words basically tells them nothing. Because they don't know your words, in other words, so that they can't decipher what you're saying. It's like a code. So that they can't decipher what you're saying overall. I feel like I'm going circles in my head, but, yeah. Also, this is my vampire wolf design, for those that don't know. Yeah. I want to give...
He's very floofy.
Yeah. I also do this. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I don't.
It may be.
Simon's current state speaks to it, and,
Yeah.
of course, the savage state of fatigue.
A
Yeah.
matter like this would have demanded particular mastery of physical disciplines.
So tell us about them.
He's unsure whether he should.
In detail.
Oh, you're making me...
Father, we need the specifics. Whether this is a vampire, or a ghoul, or the amazing balloon boy.
What?
The raw, unfiltered details cannot be fucking arbitrarily kept sequestered. Whatever reason
not
you
wrong.
have had to keep things obscured, perhaps are now overshadowed by the death of our old friend?
He's not wrong. And he's resigned to that.
Why the actual fuck are you not answering?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Because he's sad.
What do you mean, goodness gracious?
Picked a right time to shut up, didn't you, Dee? Well, if he won't talk, I certainly will.
Oh my god, finally someone sensible. Please, Doctor, just get it all out there.
My notes on disciplines are for the Chancellor's eyes only!
I guess
Sarcastic
we both
caps.
break rules.
Even though that is very punk rock.
That is very punk
Given your
rock.
paper's best
Are you very
date,
punk rock,
I
Lucy?
decided
Yes.
to indulge
Excellent.
before I burned it all.
Oh.
What?
Orders are orders.
Oh, she read it all before she had to
Someone
burn it, so
purge
she
the
had to
D-words
so that someone could
littering our
murder.
library. Frankly, useful as they were, I regret we didn't do it sooner.
What?
The reason why there's an infiltrator in the first place is likely due to your careless scholarship.
Are you casting your blame onto us?
Yes.
I don't
But
really
again,
think that's true, but
ankle deep in gore. We have to deal with the consequences together. And if you won't democratize your work, I will.
So it
okay.
seems. Very well.
He's basically, if you don't, I will.
Some knowledge is best.
Right, vampire magics. We've already heard him rave about them.
She looks concerned.
There were 3 that were relevant, weren't there? Perhaps even 4.
There's a,
Let me jog my memory by going down the list.
well, there's the Samisi.
Potence.
Potence.
That was first in your list, wasn't it?
Isn't that the ability to make your body stronger?
Years ago.
Sounds straightforward.
Without any commas, it certainly was.
Juggling dumpsters, isn't it?
Or ripping someone apart with your bare hands.
Juggling dumpsters.
So strength, yeah.
Now, worth noting, each unique vampiric
The
power
most
cap
basic
has
bitch of
powers we know.
powers.
We
Yeah,
learn
super
by
strength.
Any given vampire.
But it's still a very,
Important.
it's the most basic, but it's also the one that can be the most different.
Yeah. But
Like
there's also
quite-
not a lot of ways to apply it.
Actually, there are quite a few ways to apply it if you can be creative. Like, quite literally, it could be a difference between jumping really high and being able to slam into something, causing the pillars in the house to knock over to kill an enemy that's about trying to crush you.
Ye olden days, when clearing well, I don't remember the terminology, but leaping buildings in a single bound
Yeah.
was an actual power and not just part of the saying.
Yeah.
You almost missed this. Each unique discipline comes naturally to different vampire types. Those not of that type must learn how to use them.
So how does one learn
Potence is
strength?
something our
Practice?
animal vampire had naturally, I assume.
Do they go to the
Able to
gym?
launch a fully
Do
grundled,
they
like a
just look
foot
upon how
battle is
muscles
one
are
of the
enhanced
eight vampire
magically?
learning.
They probably learn from their progenitor. More or less.
Curve.
Incorrect.
See, that's what I wait, what?
Humanimal type vampires don't boast potence as an innate skill. Rather, they rely on the supernatural powers of protean. Instead
Protein.
of raw strength, animalistic fury comes to them more
Ah, yes.
serrated
Interesting.
claws that can hiss through flesh like a
Interesting.
knife through butter.
That
Those
was
are
what
the
something Ape Boy
humanimal's
used.
preferred weapon.
Then, how the hell was he so strong, Sir D?
He was built like a
Ape
brick
boy.
shithouse.
As Dr. Waters said, just because potence is an innate to a vampire
Oh,
type,
it's the difference between
doesn't
ripping
mean
a
they can't
dumpster
gain
in
its
half
weight.
and ripping a
It's
wooden door in
simply
half.
more
Those are still both very powerful things to do. Just one's not as
Yep.
powerful as the other.
Though you are also left with the question of who the fuck taught him potence? Because, like, he was part of a Sabbat cell so low, they were just hunting joggers.
Yeah, but the thing is, you never know how someone starts out as a vampire.
Pretty sure he was turned by the Sabbat. Like, well, according to the lore.
Yes, but the Sabbat love doing the thing of we are all vampires, so we have to stick together and have to conquer the world together and blah 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 blah. So they probably threw him in a ring and he had to learn through experience or some shit.
Oh, okay, Paul type training.
Yeah.
Ape Boy
If you've
had
seen
the means
Stamina Pro
to
anime,
gain
you know
such
exactly
power.
what I mean.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who any of these people are, and if I have to
Fuck
hear
Paul.
more fake carnival names, I
Fake
just
carnival
vomit.
names.
Can we refocus?
Right, of course. Perhaps you could share your own knowledge on the subject, Doctor.
For one, I know even a novice user hits about as hard as a sledgehammer.
Yep.
Vile bodily trauma of varying degrees. It can also
He looks
potentially
very
lead to the
concerned.
air. Yes.
Understandable.
Quite right.
Also again, my
Working
mom.
sounds of being a bit too ballin'.
Also, my model stopped moving again. Give me 1 second, dear God. What's wrong with it?
Oh.
Start talking while I fix
Well,
this.
have you considered turning it off and on again? Have you made sure the gas tank is filled? When was the last time you changed its oil?
That's not how I work.
I don't understand your weird biology.
I don't have weird biology. I have tail and wolf
All
ears.
biology is weird.
Not necessarily. Anyway, back into it.
Name one thing about biology that's not weird.
Anyway. Back into it.
Scaling
Sorry, everyone.
buildings with a single jump, that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
I can confirm seeing something similar. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
And sadly, a bit ballin'.
Marcus!
Ballin'.
So, sledgehammer strength, double jumping, etc. That's novice level stuff?
Wait, how the fuck
Yeah.
does strength equals double jump?
But these abilities become
don't
more
know.
potent the more potent the blood of a vampire.
Yeah, the
Potence
higher
that
up the
vast
rank.
majority of ghouls simply aren't capable of achieving with regards to potence.
What?
Stop saying potence. Novice level powers are available to them, though. A ghoul could commit extensive harm and jump like the world's their
Yeah.
bloody trampoline.
But
True.
not to the
Lord.
extent where they could commit this kind of harm. Yeah?
The likelihood is
Not this
far
fast,
less,
anyway.
Yeah.
as you know.
Well, in either case, other
You would have
skills
heard a
potent magicians
chainsaw.
purportedly have available to
Oh,
them
what?
are to create ripples in concrete and stone floors as they strike the earth.
Which is
Making
pretty
otherwise
powerful.
placid people go break shit berserk.
True.
Make any part of their body as capable of violence as their fist. To make
Yeah,
the
make
sound of
him
their
That's
body.
weirdly
footsteps
specific.
hit with the force of a bullet train.
That's
Indeed.
all pretty
Potence
I
cool.
is
want
mighty and formidable.
To be able
Once
to
beheld
make...
an elder vampire.
Wait,
halt
why
the
exactly do you want the ability to snap your fingers and make concrete
Because
pillars
it's
shudder?
cool as shit. Just like people fucking look into me and I'm just like, finger snap. And they explode.
We must never give you this power.
It's too late, Wolfie. It's being built into 2.0.
Too bad I uploaded malware into your systems when you weren't looking.
I am malware.
flow
No,
of
you're
rage.
not. You're not Ben 10 villain.
By the way, did you see that they're making a box set?
Box set for what?
Ben 10, all 4 series.
Oh, nice. Maybe I'll
There
get
is
that
no
one
5th
day.
series. There never was a 5th series. There
Yes.
never will be a 5th series.
Yeah.
Jim River, with strength and strength alone. It is not to be underestimated.
Of course, most blanks are unlikely to have astoundingly creative powers.
Yeah.
Those are reserved for the upper crust, by my reckoning.
No, this
Still,
isn't reckoning. This is
that is an
parenting.
extremely worrying portent. Not the
Yeah.
Fatigue's state.
Great. So I'm satisfied we've covered the hallowed art of dead things hitting other things very
Really
hard.
hard.
Nevertheless, there's more.
What more?
Corpse
Dominate.
explosion.
Ah,
Mesmerism.
domination.
Mentis
Domination!
power over the mind.
Yes.
But you
This
haven't
particularly
seen
interested me
Dynazine on.
as,
Oh my god.
well,
This power
a
usually
scholar-
involves not the Samisi, the Malkavians. The Malkavians are the ones that have the ability because Malkavians are usually driven insane due to their connection to a hive mind sort of thing, and can spread that madness to others.
Kevin.
No, he's a Tremere.
Oh. But he's really good with domination.
Yes, but that's because, if I'm correct, that's part of their blood powers. Domination is one of the powers of the Tremere. He's a blood wizard.
potential.
This is among the vilest wherewithals leeches can afford with their vitae. No
Yeah.
creature should be able to infringe so forcibly on the will of others.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you told Kevin to reinforce a blood bond.
Oh my god.
He did. And Kevin was loudly saying, no, I don't want to do that to another guy.
Yes, but he didn't force him to. Even at the end, he said, if you really don't want this, I won't force you to, but it...
After spending like 7 minutes guilt tripping him.
Oh, please. Kevin's better off now.
He is, but I also fully understand why he didn't want to do this.
Oh my god.
out of you.
Many have tried. Most have detonated.
Oh,
Your bickering aside, dominate is one of the blank body's parapsychological abilities.
yes.
Mental
Instance.
Mental
But
Domination.
its sister discipline, presence, is more akin to an unnatural charisma. Dominate users simply hijack their victim's
Presence
psyche
is more
with
like-
sheer willpower. Those
That's the
targeted
sexiest man
shoot
alive.
simple
That's fucking
commands
Edward
that
Twilight.
Oh my god. It's more of...
Am I wrong?
Oh my god. We'll look into this.
performed automatically, as if possessed.
Like if you want someone to stop approaching, you say, not a step closer.
Quite.
Yeah.
However, while some blanks can puppeteer entire crowds,
Not
or
all of
bury
them
their
can.
suggestions so deep it erases a host's personality, that kind of power is more common in the upper echelons of their society.
Yeah.
A lower level blank would be more limited to temporary commands targeting single individuals.
Ignore me!
So when more than one person is
I
dominated,
miss Kevin.
that's an advanced technique, yeah?
We'll get to
That's what
Kevin
I
again
said,
eventually.
no. In general, disciplines begin
One
with a
day,
very limited
we'll
scope.
find it.
It's only with
rainbow
experience that a
connection.
blank's abilities become more than low-grade parlor tricks.
Yeah.
Like taking the blinders off of a horse. It only unleashes
Why would you put
their
blinders
true
on horse?
potential for harm. Just like a
So that they only
real
look forward
horse.
and can focus on running forward.
Sure.
Horse needs to know his environment at all times.
The
Oh
ability
my
to
God.
engage multiple at once to be the ultimate state of dominate.
Okay,
Free
yeah,
of
that's
any
because
limitation
horses prefer to
in
look to the
that
side.
So, hypothetically, if I
They
have
have
to
pretty
control a
shit
group
forward
of
vision.
5,
Yeah.
Then you'd be facing a creature of immense skill as far as domination is concerned.
great and
Yeah.
mighty indeed.
It is a dangerous, insidious sphere of power.
Listen, there was a reason they staked him as much as they did.
Well, yeah, they stabbed him like 50 times because of that ability to dominate. Because the power
Mostly
to...
was out of spite because they were sick of his shit, but no, they were 100% in the right to do so.
Well, yeah, also because the ability to dominate others and control them is a very scary ability.
They also staked him in the dick.
Probably.
to do with the higher
Like, if you go
levels
back and
of
look,
mastery
they did.
is nightmarish.
But being able to circumvent the spell when it's cast is still a point of advantage.
Indeed. The strength of one's will is something the vampiric curse tarnishes, rather than empowers. To that
True.
end, the canny hunter can potentially
Because,
thwart
well,
their devilish
now you have to deal with
commandments
your
if
willpower, but also
appropriately
dealing with a
prepared.
hunger
The
that's
issue
constantly
comes,
gnawing away at it.
Of course, with the element of surprise. For instance, if I were a powerful blank and I told you, hey, Marcus, kill yourself.
Oh.
No.
Yes,
Exactly.
You wouldn't. But if I were a blank body and you weren't expecting
Nah, still wouldn't.
No.
No, what I'm telling you is you would.
Because you wouldn't be expecting it to happen. Your mental defenses wouldn't be
Maybe
prepared.
I'm just built differently.
He thinks he's smarter.
Okay, he is 100% in the right to keep dangerous information from you, dumbass.
Yeah, that's the problem with Marcus is...
Marcus, I love you. Your entire personality is, nah, I'd win.
His also personality is, I think I'm smarter than everyone, and I know what I'm doing
And
more
like,
than everyone, which is...
the two characters I've seen associated with that meme actually do have the skill, the strength, and the power to back it up. Those two characters being Gojo and Jackson.
He does not, is the problem. Even Magnus the Red, who always thought he was right, learned...
Didn't he fall to Chaos?
Yeah, he fell to Chaos because he was an idiot who thought he was too smart and too strong for his own good. He fell to
Pretty
Chaos.
much.
He got tricked, and he didn't want to believe he got tricked, is the most thing.
We're probably going to see that happen with Marcus. That's the tragic part.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
We're going to show up and he's going to be like, no, Dad, it's fine. I'm able to resist the werewolf curse or whatever.
I don't know if people can get turned into werewolves in World of Darkness, but we'll probably learn.
Is it not a transferred curse?
It's less of a curse and more that they are the apex predators of humans made to kill us by the will of Gaia, Mother Earth.
Well, Gaia can go suck a dick. Wait, is this why vampires and werewolves hate each other? Because one's the creation of God and the other's the creation of Gaia?
Vampires technically aren't the creation of God. They're creation of Cain, the first murderer, but...
Whatever. God made the curse.
Yes, and now Cain is forced to watch all of his children and their children's children murder each other. Just as God had to watch him kill his brother.
With a rock.
Yeah.
If you were an elder vampire, if that helps.
Yes, heartwarming.
Oh my god.
The point is,
Kitten is
ghoul
too
can
pure for this
probably
world.
only charm one person.
True.
But if it's a full-on blank, any one of us could have sleeper suggestions buried in our psyche
Without
and not
even
know
knowing.
it.
Except for me.
No!
No!
Hit him.
He just...
Wasting
Well,
my
she
time.
did.
Hit him
We
too.
move on to
Punch
next
the sexy
subject,
man.
you all ruin.
He punched Big D.
Good.
Bad.
Yes. Now then, obfuscate.
Obfuscation.
So my guess
Obfuscate.
This one is
Then
the ability to
discombobulate.
vanish from sight.
It's the ability
Seen
to...
ourselves.
It's less invisibility, which sometimes
It's
it
what
is.
Piotr was using.
Yes, it's the ability to remain unseen, basically disappearing
not
from your
invisibility.
perception.
Because invisibility you could counter with like dust or paint or shit.
Well,
This is much significantly more metaphysically you are unseen.
well, is it invisibility? Because I remember him throwing the shoe and Piotr catching it, so...
My guess is that's because Kitten was paying attention to the shoe. And and while he couldn't see that Piotr was there, he could tell the shoe had stopped where it shouldn't.
Listen, either way, the comments are going to tell us whether we're right or wrong.
Not seen, I guess.
They will.
To that end,
And I am thankful for it.
any additional insight?
Like most things in this great world of ours, it's more complicated than just a layman's understanding of invisibility.
Yeah.
Obfuscate as a discipline encompasses a rather varied arsenal. The gist is in the name.
Yeah.
Obfuscation. Tricking the mind to perceiving
Yeah,
something
we're right.
incorrectly.
Which, naturally, makes this another parapsychological phenomenon.
Yeah, it messes with your head.
Is that what the Nosferatu have it?
I must.
Because
When we
they
had
look
that
so
sludge lad
fugly, there's no way in hell they'd ever get anything done without obfuscation.
Well, apparently a Nosferatu being seen in public at all is a masquerade breach. Because, you know, they don't look human at all. So yeah, they have to skulk around and hide from everyone because they're Nosferatu. Also, their original presenter, their antediluvian, is, he was turned because originally he was a very beautiful man, and the vampire that, I think, turned him wanted his insides to basically show on the outside.
I'm going for some poetic justice shit.
Pretty much, and he
What do
hates...
you mean you're a supernatural ninja now?
Oh, he hates the fact that he's a Nosferatu. He hates all the Nosferatu and wants to kill all of them.
Oh, no, definitely, because every single one is just a mirror.
Yeah.
Captured. He turned invisible and I couldn't even detect him on security cams. How the hell is that parapsychology?
That, my very brash former colleague.
I assume, like, he
is
just
what you might
slipped past your
expect
view
of
in
an
the video,
advanced
too.
Yeah, advanced user.
obfuscate
Okay.
user. It takes time and effort for a blank to develop their talents to such an extent that they disappear on film. Believe it or not, I've actually submitted a treatise to London on the subject.
Really?
We don't have time for all.
Why does one of the urinals have
So
staff
just
pick?
take my word.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
the picture that's grainy.
It's disgusting.
It's your perception.
Oh.
That's actually kind of impressive.
That is kind of impressive
Yes,
and
but
horrifying.
no less dangerous than unnatural strength or laser heat vision.
Sadi,
Do
vampires have laser heat vision?
Yes, thank you,
They're
Kitten. That was my
sufficiently
question.
Fascinated by the Carpathian mountain range.
Writing that down.
What?
So this makes
What?
both John Cena gaff a bit funnier.
Jonathan Senastity's ability to vanish aside, turning invisible is a
I like they call him Jonathan Tenacity.
Indeed, Wolfington.
Oh my god.
many things this discipline is capable of. Sludge lads the world over use it not only to vanish from sight, but impose a false self over their twisted visage.
Oh.
Rolled it.
Appearance is not the only thing that can be cloaked. Sounds can be silenced. Conversations coded from outside contemplation. There's
Interesting.
even a canny clan of daredevils that specialize in creating illusions. and another that
Oh, yeah,
decides
that's
how
another
to
clan.
dominate, to obfuscate reality itself.
I've seen the image of that clan, and I think that's the clan that had their antediluvian wake up and go nuts. I could be wrong.
I see.
Goodness gracious.
Because apparently they were based off of... That clan specifically was based off of gypsies. I don't know why it was, but
You know, Dee, when it's my area of expertise, you do
I
most
have
of the
questions.
talking.
This is all my expertise, good doctor. Remember
True.
whose work you're quoting.
he has a point.
If I choose to forget that, who will become the primary source then?
Oh,
Low and cruel.
plagiarism.
That's my specialty. Now then, I should at least pay lip service to the limits of a novice user. If your source was right, Dee, and this
I was a...
right.
Vampire
if the
was.
sorcerer's blank or ghoul is what you think it is, its specialty isn't likely to be obfuscation.
No, it's probably
so there'd
used.
probably be a novice user in either case.
Yeah.
And that means they most likely can only be invisible. While
the naked
staying
eye.
completely still.
Right. The chasm between beginning and advance with this stuff is indeed wide as hell.
Yep.
Like I said, parlor tricks.
Be that as it may, they're still deadly. Even
Oh,
if they're
definitely.
a novice at every
And
discipline we go over,
silent.
that's still someone who can turn invisible, hit like a sledgehammer, and make you forget you ever saw them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the worst is yet to come. For if this is indeed a vampire wizard
Vampire
or one of their
wizard.
ghouls, knowledge of this last discipline is all but guaranteed.
I just love the little, just remembering the thing with Kevin and going, "You are a vampire wizard. How do you
How
know?"
do you know these things?
And he's
One
just
of the
dressed
most
like an
potent
actual wizard.
and potentially dangerous powers at
And of
blank
course-
body's disposal.
This man is a wizard.
Yeah, this is what I was going on about blood sorcery. I don't remember how it works or.
Formality, as you seem to enjoy calling it.
It is not magic. It is a sham, a pile of slime wearing the noble coat of sorcery.
Which is kind of funny, because the original creator of the Tremere was a wizard who wanted to keep his magic, but also become immortal using vampire. He did not succeed exactly.
Yeah, I'm assuming he died.
I don't remember. He used another vampire that was an actual antediluvian named Selot, who was, from what I remember, actually a decent vampire who, his whole vampire thing was similar to that one vampire Mirai told us about, who was just like, yeah, we want to live with humans and just be fine and drink blood occasionally. Now, all the other vampire antediluvians killed him.
Yeah.
And the rest of his
Yep.
clan. So yeah, they took blood
It's a
from
potential
him.
masquerade breach. And also, change
Two
is
red
hard.
stallions on each other's shoulders, trying to get into a theater where they're screening,
Oh,
whistling
please, vampires don't want to change. Except for maybe Selot,
Yeah.
in the dark. A movie I don't
Also, the other
even
thing is, it's weird to hear Big D defending magic when earlier he talked about magic in the sense of he clearly considered, well, the way he talked about it made it seem like he respected its power, but he thought wizards were bitches.
Well, because they don't have physical strength. But here's the thing about wizards in this world.
Holy shit, Harry Dresden.
Here's the thing about wizards in this world, that sometimes they gain abilities and suddenly lose them, and also sometimes they can warp the fabric of reality. Like unravel it at will.
You want a wizard that can throw a punch. You go to Harry Dresden. A punch usually won't drop whatever he's fighting, but it usually causes them to be briefly stunned on the grounds of, did the caster just deck me?
I've never read that series, so I'll take your word for it. I only know his catchphrase, Hell's Bells. Anyway.
And some would argue his catchphrase is more, Fuego! And then things start burning.
For those that don't know, though, I have been recently going into an audiobook of Troll Slayer, of the Gotrek and Felix books, which you can find here on YouTube. It's fun to listen to.
You're fun to listen to.
Oh my god.
Pile of slime wearing
I
the
disagree.
noble coat of sorcery. It is two
Chad, what do you
rapscallions
think?
on
Is
each
fun to
other's
listen to?
shoulders, trying to get into a theater with their screaming, whistling in the dark.
What's
A
whistling
movie
in the
I don't
dark?
even particularly like.
What?
A movie
Vampiric
JD doesn't
is the
particularly
end
like.
result of a group of half-cocked brigands realizing they were past their prime and willing to steal anything for a second chance at life.
That's what he means.
Yeah, it is powerful, my son. Deadly, sadistic, at times even marvelous. Yet it is like the vampire itself, a shallow imitation of grander things. A treasure fit for thieves. and
Not
worms.
kings.
I get what you're putting down. So,
No, you
blood
don't.
sorcery is just
Weak
Special
sorcery.
vampire sorcery? Kind of like how Arkham uses special Celtic sorcery?
A bit of A, a bit of B.
Okay.
The scholastic consensus is that blood sorcery has its origins in sorcerer's techniques, most of them ancient
You are
and lost to
ensorcelled.
our records. Of course, that's just its most orthodox path. Since its beginnings, many former sorcerers and magi have since added their knowledge to blank body methods.
Okay.
But what are these blank body methods? I assume the use of vitae?
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't know.
actually, vitae.
Right,
Vampiric essence. Arcanum scholars better versed in the topic believe that it can help stretch the traditionally strict and linear rules of sorcery.
Hey, wait. I've heard the term vitae used like,
A lot?
you know, it's important and means
He doesn't know what it
something.
means.
Care to
Magical vampire
elaborate?
blood.
Is it the source of a vamp's power?
Vampire blood.
Indeed.
Right. And hey, how did you know that, love?
Oh, well.
He ever heard me mention it to a peer? I told him the
Lying
slightest
to his
gist,
son's
and I
face.
suppose he extrapolated the rest.
He's
As
saying this
you
because he
know.
doesn't want his
Panic.
he doesn't want his son-in-law to get in trouble with his fiance.
Which is just going to cause even more trouble when it comes out just how much Kitten's been told by Big D.
Maybe, but he likes them both, so obviously he doesn't want any actual friction between them.
Oh, no, he doesn't. It's just he's slapping a bandage over a crack on a dam.
Right. That's how I know.
My metaphor is broken
luck.
down, and so will
Always
this
listen to
relationship.
info dumps.
He does kind of
At least
do.
you got this one.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with Marcus is he's always looking too deep into things, in a world very much where you shouldn't be.
Marcus thinks he's got this.
He does not, in fact,
doesn't.
got this.
So, in what ways is thaumaturgy so versatile? What can it do?
Yeah.
Ah, what can't it do?
Oh.
Well, nothing without at least a slightly
Somebody starts
sanguine
singing Weird
twist.
Al's hardware store.
Thaumaturges are most famous for their ability to manipulate blood.
That's what I expected.
This is only one of many paths. They might extract it from a range, gain unnatural insights from its sampling, utilize it as a weapon, or, in one of their most feared techniques, completely exsanguinate a victim in a violent, steaming, white
Yeah, make them
cauldron
explode.
of blood.
That doesn't sound like a pleasant way to go.
Believe
Oh,
me,
definitely not.
It isn't. But it's not the only thing blood sorcery can manipulate. Some walk the path of the Levin bolt and might weave one's bioelectricity into vicious lightning.
Interesting.
Others walk a greener path, growing vitae-tainted flora in obsequious obedience to their will.
Interesting.
There are also various dark rites
Oh.
and rituals that
You can make
Thaumaturge might
triffids.
gain access to.
What the hell is a
Enchanted
triffid?
mirrors.
It's a fictional plant from a book, Day of the Triffid, it's a walking carnivorous plant.
Horrifying.
It took
Exist
the entire
classic.
world going blind for them to become a threat.
Enchanted
There's
mirror.
more. The list is too
Yeah,
numerous to
hexes,
count.
curses.
And that's not even mentioning the sorcerer's paths that were walked by the dead long before the vampire wizards. Ancient elemental techniques of the Caucasus, serpentine poisons of the snake cults.
What?
A variety of curses known only to a merciless order of judges.
I have no idea what any of
Blatant
these are.
demonology of an
Oh,
infernal
demons.
bloodline known
Fuck,
as
and this is all
Demons.
one discipline?
The
Be swayed
demons,
not by
Knuckwolf.
its power, Marcus! This variance exists only in emulation of greater powers, forever beyond their grasp.
Ah.
A fact that vexes those warlocks, so
Yeah.
haggard, aged, and proud, ever sliver on through their days of restless slumber.
I mean, okay if you say so, I guess. But I'm feeling it in my bones. We might be getting somewhere with this. More details, Father, more. Come on.
Whenever he does that, he gets worried. You can tell for his son.
No!
No?
No more! This is useless to dwell on. Thaumaturgy is too vast to be useful. Query me no longer.
Oh, bloody hell!
Query me no longer.
You're getting closed-lipped about this stuff again?
I've already told you far more than I intended to.
Oh, great. Just great.
Rip.
So I can only learn about the secret, scary world of the supernatural when someone bites it big time, huh?
Hey!
My son,
Okay.
my secrecy is protection.
And how does keeping this from us protect anyone exactly?
Yeah, he's going
How
overboard.
did it protect Fatigue?
Hold on. Need
Yeah,
to-
that was a bit too much.
Dip
That was a
in your
bit too
family
far.
drama. They've finished hosing spit off. I'm going to go and...
Oh, great. My model's being stupid again. One more thing, everyone.
Your insides match your outsides.
I don't need my insides to match my outsides. They're all horrible.
Just, you're great. You're also stupid, but you're great.
What do you mean I'm stupid?
That's the bit I was getting at. You forced me to explain it.
I take my intelligence very well. I am a very well-read man. Unlike some people.
Just because I don't know 40k lore doesn't mean I'm not well read.
That's not what I was talking about at all, but sure, let's go with 40k lore.
I'm sorry, then what are you talking about?
I have a college degree.
I have a college degree.
They don't know that.
They do now.
Do they, though? Do they really?
What's your degree in?
History. The most scholastic of habits. Anyway, besides that point, my model's freaking out again. I don't know what's with it this morning. For those, yes, it's, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Wolfie, it's 2:30 for you. It's not morning.
Did you have to say this on a video? And this is why you're the dumb one in the relationship.
Why does them knowing what time we're recording affect anything?
Oh my god. Anyway. Baby is quiet!
I have no words for you right now.
Exactly. Baby is
I have a
quiet.
few gestures, but no words.
Anyway, besides that point, I hope you're all having fun with this reaction. If this could fix faster, I would literally... Yes, that scared me. I don't know why it's having trouble. I guess VTuber Studios is just being a bitch and a half.
A beach.
Okay.
At the beach.
We're back. We're back. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, I didn't expect this to happen twice. You probably skipped over that part anyway. But she sprints off. Oh, because of family drama.
Father, if it's as you say, and just knowing this information is tantamount to breaking some sort of human vampire kayfabe, but you know all of this and won't tell us, how is that optimal? How are we supposed to survive when things get like this?
Marcus!
Sorry, love, but I will be heard out on this. We're here as your family.
I
Because
know.
we want to understand and fight these murderous monsters.
Not just that, son. The boundaries are set for a reason. So we do
Oh.
not unnecessarily endanger ourselves. A dead hunter is useless to all, except as a warning, writ in blood.
True.
Who are the rules set by?
Yeah, that is a good
You,
point.
yes. And I would have you abide by them as your father.
Oh,
I am
dear.
Stronger than you, smarter than you, a
Oh,
superior
God.
hunter. I
He's
am
the
your
first
better,
member
and you
of the
send
DK
me.
crew.
Oh dear, he's done with all of this. He's pissed.
Yep.
No, that was too far.
Oh.
Marcus, I am not.
No, Father. That was probably the most honest thing you've said to me
Oh
in years.
no, he's feel hurt.
And you know what? You're right.
Marcus.
We're just going to call it settled, all right?
Oh
You've kept
no.
this from us for our so-called protection. And until recently, I wouldn't have accepted that excuse.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Someone gave me some very important insight on trying to work on things like this.
Oh. He's talking
I'm
about his
going to
talk
take it
with
to heart
Door.
instead of digging further.
Are you certain, son?
Maybe
Don't
he
get
is
me wrong in
learning.
the slightest, Dad. We're still going to talk about this. But right now, not at all.
We're discussing it later, then.
Absolutely. But until then, we've got a murderer loose in the
I'm
chapter house.
glad he's
and we
being
can't
very
just bicker like this.
smart about
There's
this.
already too much bickering.
He is right. We still lost.
That again.
Lost.
I'm gonna go refocus, Dad.
Oh. That's not
Also,
how.
just a reminder that that Marcus is carrying around a big D plush.
Oh yeah, he was.
I think the question of it as a peace offering is a bit iffy right now, given I'd say things didn't get really bad until right now.
They both have good intentions overall. The problem is Big D worries about them because it's his family. Of course he would worry about them.
Yeah, no, and
He wants them to be safe more than anything, and the problem is he doesn't know if telling them makes them more safe or less.
I still think the Arcanum are dumb as shit, by the way.
Because their whole thing is gathering knowledge and not really using it.
Gathering knowledge, not using it, and acting like, oh, we're a neutral party. We don't attack these beautiful creatures that make up our world. Meanwhile, those beautiful creatures that make up the world, they know our fucking terminology.
Yeah.
We gotta go kill them. Fuckers won't leave us alone. That's tantamount to declaring war.
True. To most of these creatures, even knowing about them is tantamount to war.
Yeah.
Or declaring war.
And the Arcanum just thinks they can just sit this out.
Honestly, there's apparently a apocalyptic event that happens. I don't know what it was. But no one could sit out an apocalypse.
Correct.
No matter if you wanted to or not. Even the greatest pacifist cannot sit and wait as the world
Want someone
burns
to
at
stop
that point.
approaching, you'll say.
Also, I am very sorry about the cutscene.
Like if you
fine.
want someone to stop approaching, you say, not a step closer. Like if you want someone to stop approaching.
Oh, he's
you'll
redoing
say,
these lines.
Not a step closer. I have stolen your damsel and tied him to this railway track in Norfolk.
I was about to say Skeletor,
Oh no, he's
but
gonna get run over by the children's railway. A tiny little fucking train that's that Wells. Oh god. That's deep
I've
lore for
walked-
the editors. I'm not removing this from my raw cut. I hope
Oh
you
my
enjoy
God.
this, Dr. White or Vindicare or Erndil or anyone who is listening to this or me.
or me,
Me.
Ogre Papanog. I'm glad they have their own production studio.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, this is Vampire the Masquerade,
Camarilla
Bloodlunge.
Strut. There is Charlie Pizza.
Charles Pizza.
Charlie Pizza.
Charles Pizza.
You can use guns in this.
Spilled his ragu.
I think they're using
Alpha, you know what to
a
do.
Malkavian.
Oh, are you gonna go for that one?
No, wait,
you go
that's
for it.
no, wait. A Malkavian in this game, when they talk, they do weird like talk. I don't know how to describe it.
You're the right text.
I need to play this game at some point.
Want to
Admire.
admire me in private.
Also, Mira's watching his Xenoblade 2 playthrough, so I'm getting his live reactions as he gets to stuff. The latest was... Did that Nopon just say he made a pipe pistol to shoot at cops?
Wait, what? What game is this you're talking about?
Xenoblade 2.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the plot?
No.
Okay, so there's a little fuzzy dude named Tora who made a pipe pistol to shoot at cops.
Oh my god.
Because they're an occupying army.
They're using Dawn. There you go.
Evil coded. It looks like
And he doesn't particularly care for them.
What the hell? But yeah, they're going into the Dark Hello because of domination.
Domination.
Go to the corner and face the wall.
The taxpayers are certainly.
I wonder if he's a Tremere. He's just pushing him.
I missed hanging out with you.
Yeah, we can do it more later on tonight if you get the chance.
That's good.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps. I still have to work again tomorrow. And tomorrow is Sunday, everyone. Anyway. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you later.